Odie. Oh my God. All right. This is Joey. Joey is my only gelding on the farm. He is 3 years of age. I just personally used him as my cart horse this weekend. I forgot the weekend's coming. He was okay. There's some things to work on. I would say that I'm getting upwards of where I want to be at with him. We still have a long ways to go. It's not something that's happening overnight. I feel like compared to last year, I had a long ways to go from where I wanted to be, but where I was at last year versus this year, I feel like instead of getting Fs, I might be somewhere up along the lines of getting C's, B's, somewhere in there, which does mean still that I be awkward if I wasn't, if I'm being honest. Been at this long enough that if I wasn't improving, it would really suck. You're gonna need moisturizer. And I'm very thankful Brett sent me more moisturizer. This is the best leave-in conditioner for their feather on their feet. And I'm very thankful. It's in my Amazon wish list, and I got sent another load of it. So I'll be able to keep their pretty feet pretty. These chain links are falling down on this side. There we go. So I'm not driving him first. He's actually going to end up going out. He's going to go into, where are you going? A stall for a little bit, but he's first on getting dressed, only so that way he can go in a stall. I can have 2 more, or another one to saddle, tack up for you guys. But then he's going into stall. He'll be in a bitting rig, but then he'll go out where the deer flies are atrocious. So we've cut these fly mask up so that way he has some ear protection. Lord have mercy, that looks awful, but it's for his sake. So try to love me for him, buddy. I'm sorry it looks funny. The things we do for love. You look ridiculous, though. Fashion. Sometimes comfort comes over fashion. Those who don't know, deer flies and horse flies do not prey off of smell. They prey off of sight. So no amount of fly spray will actually help them. Good boy. So you gotta get more creative than that. Since he doesn't have a pointing issue, we're attempting this one. He does have a slight pulling issue, so we're gonna tighten this up a little bit. And see if that helps me out at all. I don't have any extra room here, but yeah, that seems to be a little more responsive. Now, I'm always a little concerned on whether or not their show harnesses versus the work harnesses on where they are checked. But I think that's actually probably where I should have been at. That would have done a little bit more. can't bend in both ways. That's what I commonly am going to say, is that they can't bend in both ways, which means that I can't ask him to put his head up all the way and ask him to put it in. He's not structurally built that way. There are some horses, like the next one I'm about to harness, who are more structurally built that way. But you are not. He's just a little longer in the body than I'd like him to be. He was originally bought as a stud colt, and he was gelded for the fact that he isn't where I wanted him to be. So if he had kept the little cute structure he had when he was a colt and I bought him, he'd be in a slightly different position. But because he's not, we are in this position. Dropped 2 to the 3rd. Then I've got to bring him up to a stall where he'll hang out for a little bit with his head up. When we're at the shows, they have their heads up for 11 to 4 or something like that. So at home, you got to be able to practice having their heads up. Oh, look, you could tuck your head in a little bit more. You just were yanking on yourself with that. So we're going to pull him off to the side and back up. He's going to go into a stall and wait, and then I will be back with Ellie's harness, the mare behind him, and we will get her done. Be right back. You can actually still hear me for a while, too. Whoop. This high-headed buffoon. When she was out cart by herself, she was just a little too pointed, but she also hates going on the bit. So although I don't have a lot of tongue relief with the one that we're about to try on her, I do have, let's see, it's going to have a little more curb. Well, I can be lighter is what I'm kind of thinking. That's why I'm trying it now. And I'll probably try, if I'm not loving this results, I will try tongue release tomorrow with more curb or less curb. Because they're so far out in front of you and there's only so much you can do about how to tell them how to drive, you have to, I have to have the right bits for being that far away from them. It'd be easier if I was riding, you can just encourage them with your leg, but I can't just continue to tap, 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 tap with the whip. It looks really bad. And you can't tap, 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 tap with the whip when they are the lead mare. In this case, this mare goes way out front. And she is my lead horse, or my cart horse, but she's a lead horse. And I can't have her not looking her best out in front of everybody. So that will go on eventually. Hopefully it's up. Yep. We got some room on this side. So this is Ellie Belly. I think she's one of my prettier horses I have here on the farm. She is very unique looking. I'll definitely give her that. You are a unique shaped horse. And I really like her uniqueness, so we would like her to show it off, right? Let's show you something unique. Look at these ears. Okay. Sure. Got this sorted out. So this is a new bit that I'm going to be using, and it's got a hinge on it. So I'm really hoping that she will react well to this. We shall see. She's gotten better about bridling, at least, which at the beginning of the year, she and I did not see eye to eye on that topic. So this is pretty cool still. Remember the first time I got this and I could save the video and send it to my friends, that I was finally able to bridle her without issues. Which sometimes, especially when you're training these youngsters, like, believe it or not, this mare is only 3. It's the little things, like not having an issue with bridling them. However, I'd like to expand that issue with not hating how your head sits. Did have to put it up a hole because of the way this one is. We're gonna see how this goes with sidelines. So she actually wears a very different check than most of my horses. She goes in side checks instead of an over check. I don't know why, but this mare has a very finicky little mouth, and she hates having 2 bits in. So I think that needs to be 1. This one. God damn. So I'm gonna try it on this one. Swap these out to the halter, off the halter, so we don't end up running out with her halter on, which looks terrible. And I've got to grab her single wagon. Hey, step over and do the exact opposite. on the wrong side. Step over. Hey, wrong way over. Ellie! Ellie, get over. Ellie, get over. There you go. Whoa. Do not stand on that. There you go. Jesus Christ. Dramatic. All right. Now that that's over. Crazy puss. Oh, he broke that. Cool. Nothing, a little duct tape or, it could also really fix that. Good old zip ties. I don't think there's much a zip tie can't fix in my life. And a pair of scissors. There we go. If zip tie can't fix it, then electrical tape can. If electrical can't and zip tie can't, and you're screwed. I don't know. Try super glue. But this horse is actually stunning. Yes, I will believe you on that one. Let's see. These are some single lines. Let's actually get that side done too. Just in cases. Odie, what'd you find? So, I'm gonna start her on the bit and see if that's what she needs. We'll do our other side. Attach it to what's called the evener. Make sure you don't get the lines caught in it. There's 1, 2, 3. All right. Now she is ready to roll. And go out for a little drivey poo with her. And then we will end up coming back swapping her out for Joey, the other horse I just harnessed. and I'll take him out for a drive. This is Ellie Belly. Ellie, short for elegance. I can't take anyone on the ride because of the fact that, one, it's raining, and phones don't like rain. No, but two, I lose service where we go. So, I am not able to show the back of my hair. It is entirely too hot and sticky to take it down. I will be as nice to the horse as I need to be. That's definitely the preferred option. Anybody have any other questions? Horses can sort of sleep standing up. They do need REM sleep when they're staying down. She is a Clydesdale, not a Shire. I do half of the farrier work myself. It is a lot. I do sell horses. One of her teammates is for sale. You actually can't even tell what direction her ears are going right now, where she has a ear bonnet on. She is only like 17 hands, maybe. So they are extremely hard to take care of, and this is a terrible life choice. Thank you for all the compliments. How much hay? Oh God, they've one large square bale a day, or I mean a week for them, at least for one. So it is currently raining, but I guess I'm gonna head out anyways because I can't sit around all day waiting for it to stop. So I will be back with Ellie. We will see how she goes in this new bit. It's either this bit or a different one. So she's either needs more tongue release or more curb, and I can't really decide which. This one applies more curb, so I'm gonna try this one first, and then I will try less or more tongue relief if this one does not work out. Might try the tongue relief just to see how it works anyways, but that's what we end up doing, is going back and forth. So I will talk to you guys later, as I will be back shortly from this drive. And thank you guys for all of it. Yes, definitely check out my OF if you'd like while I'm busy. Please understand that I will be there as soon as possible. But have a great day, and I'll be back on in